This year's stewardship theme is Rekindle the Gift. And today we're talking about the gifts God has given us and the gifts we can use to God's glory. We hope this little video will remind you to rekindle the gifts that God has given you and to share them for the sake of the gospel.
My family of four, we love First Presbyterian because of all the educational activities and different ways that they manage to invite our children into worship and service, our 6- and 4-year-old. Like this morning, we had an intergenerational gathering, and the kids were just a part of the whole service. And I think that's a challenge that a lot of churches have, of how to engage even the youngest members into full active membership, and this church does an amazing job of that. And it's a church that is always service-minded, and it manages to take that service vision and instill it in the youngest of members. So for our family, it's a perfect fit because it is intergenerational and our kids are just a part of everything.
What I value about First Presbyterian is the focus on bringing intergenerations together. I love the fact that my daughter Raleigh can run in and play with her 4-year-old friend Paul Brooks, but just as easily run in and play with Walter Moore and be just as excited to see everybody. That's my favorite thing.
Show the Of course it's an AO.
I value the togetherness of the people, how friendly they are, and of course, the sermon of friends.
I love the close family feeling here.
So he was Christian.
One of the most wonderful things for me about being a part of this church is greeting the youth on Sunday night and being welcomed into their fellowship the way it is. That's what keeps me coming back.
How open, how accepting, how understanding, and real. They really understand what's going on in the world, and they're accepting of all, and a fabulous example of being Christian.
He made schools so people could come to them.
We were married here 38 years ago, and now we've got a grandson as well as a daughter. 2 grandsons that are here and enjoying it.
I like the friendship and how everyone was nice to each other.
I like how I can see my friends from preschool a lot more.
Bridges, programs for all ages right here, and it's fun and educational too.
At First Presbyterian Church, we practice what we preach through our Christian education programs and our mission work.
I love the youth and the community here at First Pres.
Our brothers and sisters in the Cuban Presbyterian Church live stewardship in a personal and direct way that should inspire all of us to reconsider the gifts that we can share with the church and the community.
The other one that Barbara has is also, it's the Presbyterian Cross of Cuba. And if you look at it closely, you can kind of decipher what it means. There's the cup, the Word of God, and the dove, and this little green thing right here is actually the outline of Cuba.
We value a place where our kids can come and feel at home.
And we both value teaching wonderful Sunday school students like your daughter, Kellyanne.
Yes.
Awesome.
Second.
Are we the only young people? Should we talk about the youth?
The youth?
That's what we like about it. The youth?
The youth?
The youth.
I value the community and the relationships and the activism in the community about our church.
I like First Presbyterian Church for the warm welcome they give it to me.
The thing we love about First Presbyterian Church is the sense of community we get from the youth. From the youth and the rest of the church. And the rest of okay, ready?
And the tacos.
Because everyone tours to the show. Okay, that started.
So for 35 years, First Presbyterian Church has been my home and my family. I love worshiping here and serving here and rejuvenating my spirit by participating in the life of this congregation.
the thing we love about First Presbyterian Church is
Glenn.
It's Glenn.
The photo bomb. Yes.
How did you know? It's Glenn. It really is, actually. Honestly, that should keep that. It's done. Glenn.
Well, and I have been members here since 1965. Now that Bill is gone, this church is even more important to me because you're my family, besides my blood kin, and I do not miss anything that goes on in this church if my health allows me to be here. And I know people pray for me, and I just can't imagine not having this church.
It's a joy to be here.
Is that good enough, or should we redo it?